Hello, so this is my Tuesday forecast, and I'm currently looking at the euro and the US dollar. So what I can currently see is that we are in no man's land. We are stuck in this sideways range. We're breaking the lows retracing, breaking the highs retracing, having these I would say small ascendings, so something like this, into small descendings, which I know signals to me ranging price action. So yeah, I definitely want to be staying out of this sort of price action, and I want to see a clear movement either to the upside or to the downside. And what I can forecast is that we will just continue in this range, because the euro likes to have these longer types of ranges for long periods of time. What I need to have in mind is that there is a liquidity area above the range and below the range. So this is where the people keep their stops. People that are going long keep their stops right here. Those that go short keep the stops right here. So it is really important what happens when the price reaches a liquidity area. If it just shoots up and pulls back straight to downside, then I know that we are still stuck in this range. There is no confirmation that we are ready to push to the upside. What I would really like to see is a nice clean ascending into the liquidity area, signaling to me that the market makers are taking out people's stops and are ready to push the price to a downside. Once I get the confirmation, so once I see a nice clean big impulse, I am looking for a trade. Also, what can happen is that we can just shoot through with large momentum. I would then look for a bomb trade, or we can shoot through, get a pullback, another push, look for a bullet long trade, and this would signal a trend to me. So this would be very high probability. Same thing to the downside. We can get a nice clean descending into the liquidity area, push to the upside, look for a trade. So we need to, as I said, watch for fake outs. If the price pushes down, pulls straight back up, then it's a fake out. We can get a nice big push, look for a bomb trade. We can get a nice big push, pull back, another push, look for a bullet short trade. So very high probability. So yeah, that is it for the euro. Currently I classify it as ranging price action, and I need to see some conviction, some clear momentum, and a big move either to the upside or to the downside, especially because I know that it is the end of December, so I am only looking for high probability trades. Valid setups do not interest me, so I need to see some clean price action. Now let's move on to the Aussie and the US dollar. So right here what I can see is that we are also ranging, stuck in this larger range. So we're breaking the lows retracing, breaking the highs retracing, breaking the lows retracing, and currently there is a small ascending structure right here. So this is an ascending structure, but the overall price action is ranging. So this doesn't really interest me, as I said, especially because it's the end of December. I'm looking for high probability trades, and to me, when we are stuck in a range, I don't tend to look for any trades that are high probability. So yeah, what I can forecast is that we will just continue ranging in this sideways range. And what I need to keep in mind is the liquidity areas, as I was just speaking about, above and below the range, where people keep their stops. So we can just have this ascending structure, then a nice big drop to the downside, look for a trade. We can just push through, have a straight retrace, signaling to me that we are still stuck in a range. We can get a nice big impulse, look for a trade. Or we can get a nice big impulse, pull back another impulse, look for a bullet long trade. Same thing to the downside. Nice clean descending, push to the upside, look for a trade. Or a nice big push, look for a bomb trade. Also, I would really like to see a push, pull back another push, look for a bullet short trade, because this would signal a trend to me. As you can see, there will be two nice impulses right here. So I classify a trend when I see two clean impulses. So yeah, that is it. Currently the status of this pair is also ranging price action, and I'm looking for some more momentum either to the upside or to the downside. So the last pair, the Aussie and the Japanese yen, this one is a little bit different than the prior two. We were stuck in this sideways range right here. So this was that range. But then what happened is that we shot to the upside. So I will just replay this price action. At this point, I was looking at this and it did seem like a nice big impulse. What concerned me is the wick. So I wanted to see more of a range, especially because I'm looking for high probability trades at this time. So yeah, what happened then was we had this pullback, and then we just broke the high and retraced, which signaled to me an ascending structure, and that was a no trade for me, because I know when I see an ascending structure that the momentum to the upside is limited and that we are more likely to push to the downside. That is what happened. So we broke to a downside, but then retraced straight away. And when we break the high retrace, break the low retrace, this actually signals a sideways range. And as we can see, we got this sideways range. So currently I can forecast that the price will just continue ranging in this area because we are getting warning signs. And I want to stay out of a range because I am a trend trader. What I can forecast is that we will continue to the upside. Then I would look for a bump if it's a nice big impulse. Or we can get a nice big impulse, pull back another impulse, look for a bullet long trade. This would be the best possibility. We can have this ascending structure, push to the downside, look for a trade. Or we can get this descending structure, nice big push to the upside, look for a trade. We can also shoot to the downside. I will look for a bump trade. Or we can shoot to the downside, get a small pullback, continue with the momentum, then look for a short trade. So this is actually a range, and there are liquidity areas so below and above. But I would not place a lot of significance on those liquidity areas because it's not a big range. So right here, this was a big range and there were significant liquidity areas. But right here, I would not be as careful with price reaching the liquidity areas. But again, I'm looking for only high probability trades, so I need to see the price move away and give us some momentum. So I currently do classify this pair as also ranging price action. We had a nice move here, but then it just turned out to be a range, so no opportunity, and currently just sitting on my hands. So yeah, that's it for the forecast, and I'll see you in the Wednesday forecast.